I hate jeggings with a passion. There is a method to my madness. It's that kind of cardigan. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this edition, my new H&M haul. Now I don't know about you, but I am so over the sales. It feels like it's gone on forever. So to finally see some of the new collections reaching the stores feels very refreshing. So I've done a little shop online at H&M and got a beautiful reel full of new collection pieces. Aside from this t-shirt that I've got on, I haven't tried anything else yet, so I will give you my initial and of course honest opinion of everything as I try it on. So let me start with the t-shirt I'm wearing, which is obviously a Ramones rock and roll t-shirt. I was actually looking for a second-hand version of this. I wanted an original, but I couldn't find one that was small enough. They all seem to be men's ones in the vintage stores I looked at, so I went with the new version that is available at H&M. This sort of thing is a bit of a staple for me to have in my wardrobe. I tend to wear t-shirts pretty much. If I'm not working, it'll be on a day-to-day basis, just as a chilled kind of outfit. That's not to say I wouldn't wear it in the evening too. I think if you style it right, it could look really cool. Maybe a nice pair of jeans or smart trousers, high boots, probably a nice blazer thrown over the top. Now the other thing to mention would be I have gone for a small, which would be my usual size, but I'd say it's coming up a little bit big. Kind of wished I'd gone for the extra small. I mean, it's not a big deal, it fits okay and I will definitely wear it, but I think my perfect fit would have just been a couple of inches off this. And for this look, I've just styled it with my Massimo Dutti flares, which are in a kind of needle cord fabric. I actually love the fit of flares so much. I'm looking at the moment for a pair of denim flares. I'm toying with the light denim or the dark denim, so do let me know in the comment section which you think is nicer. The darker denim I would say is more flattering. That's what I love about flares, is I find them really slimming, but the lighter denim looks slightly nicer quality. Sorry, I've got a bit of a croaky voice today. But do let me know in the comment section which of those two pairs of jeans you think is nicer and maybe would suit me more. So yes, that is outfit number one, a pretty basic Ramones t-shirt, but I hazard a guess I will probably get a lot of use out of it. So next up I had a bit of a random swerve and ended up in the men's department, but there is a method to my madness. So I went for this waistcoat. Now waistcoats are going to be one of the huge trends for this spring summer 20, but it hasn't quite filtered down to the high street just yet. So I ended up buying this from the men's section of H&M, from literally their suiting department. Kind of had to wing it a bit on the sizing because I had just no idea. So let me show you this on and explain where I'm coming from. Now this kind of look fits into that slightly 70s looking trend. We saw a lot of it throughout winter, but we're going to see even more of for spring summer 20. So on the catwalk we saw loads of waistcoats, quite embroidered, very hippie kind of looking, but you don't have to take it to that kind of extreme if that's a bit much for you. You could just go with a plain black waistcoat like I have and just chuck it on top of whatever you're wearing, like a t-shirt. It just simplifies the trend a bit more. I like it on top of t-shirts, I think it looks cool, but it doesn't feel a step too far like you're playing dress up. So luckily, me going for a 34 regular in men's seems to fit quite well. I have had to cinch it in almost to the maximum at the back because it was too wide there. But I think as my first attempt finding a decent waistcoat for this season, but also looking ahead to spring summer, this is a pretty good option. I'm going to keep my beady eye open for more waistcoats as and when they reach the high street. I think they're definitely on their way. It's going to be one of the big trends for spring summer 20. So I will keep you updated as and when I find some more versions over the next couple of months. New in from the H&M Premium collection, I found this gorgeous cashmere cardigan. The first thing that caught my eye was this gorgeous shade of pastel blue. I think it's beautiful, it's subtle, it's very delicate, and I think they've got the tone just right. In terms of the actual cashmere, I would say it's beautiful quality. It actually feels lovely against my skin. It's not too heavyweight, but it's not too light either. Essentially, I feel like you're getting your money's worth with the $99.99 that it costs. Another nice thing is the shape. It's that wide boxy fit that I seem to veer towards even subconsciously, I think. Raglan sleeves, so it just makes it sit nicer, and really nice buttons down the front as well. They're just like a brown tortoise shell, but not too in your face. It just sits nicely with that lovely blue tone. Like all my cardigans, I will also very carefully unpick the label in the back of the neck so that I can turn it around and wear it as a jumper as well. I do really like that look, and I think it just gives you more versatility with all your cardigans in your wardrobe. It's been quite cold recently, my little one's been quite poorly, so after a long day I've just been sticking this on with a pair of joggers that I'm going to show you in a second, and it just makes you feel like, oh, I'm home, the day's finished, I can snuggle up. It's that kind of cardigan, the one that you always reach for, the one that you're cozy into, but also the one that you know if you pop it on top of any outfit you're wearing, it's going to instantly elevate it, not only because of the lovely colour, but also that beautiful cashmere as well. So 10 out of 10 all round for this one. Now, I feel like I've been talking about big puffy sleeves for an awful long time, but it is one of the big trends for autumn winter. And I think from a really practical point of view, it's actually a really wearable trend. It feels like you've made a statement, it feels polished and chic all at the same time. So this one is made from 100% cotton and it costs $17.99. And the reason I went for this one rather than some of the others they've got available on their website was that essentially it's got the nicest sleeve shape. I really like how they've given it a drop seam here, which I think is much more flattering. If you've got your puff starting from here, it feels a bit twee. If you've got it starting a little bit lower, it feels a bit more on trend. I do think it's important if you're wearing something big and voluminous like this top that you pair it with something quite slimline on the bottom section. So I've just put it with my skinny blue jeans. If you're going to tuck it in, I think it then opens it out a little bit more of different things you can style it with, particularly if whatever trousers you're going to pair it with are a little bit more high-waisted. So I think if you can see the definition of your waist here, you can get away with a bit more of a wider leg on the bottom. So the other way I would style it is just by rolling back the sleeves. I think I've done that 3 times there, so it sits just below my elbow, and then obviously I've tucked it all in. So yeah, all in all, a good buy from H&M with a shirt that is particularly on trend for this season. Then it was back to my slight loungewear obsession. I just can't help myself. Every website I go on, I end up going, oh, I'll just have a little look what they've got in the loungewear section. So on my top section, it's a fine knitted cotton hoodie. It's really beautifully soft actually. It feels like it's got some sort of silk element to it. Now on their website, it's available in quite a few different shades, but I chose the dark grey, and I actually went for the joggers as well in the fine knit cotton in a light grey. I just thought that contrast looks really nice together rather than being one block of colour. Now in terms of the shape, again, a little bit like the Cashmere Cardigan, it's that wide boxy fit, which just means it makes it super comfortable. Again, you've got the drop seam, but then quite a nice slimline fit down the lower section of your arms. Now with both the hoodie and the joggers, I went for my usual size small, and I would say that's perfect. I definitely wouldn't want it any bigger, but I think any smaller than this and it wouldn't quite feel so cozy and comfortable. And I do really like this sports luxe loungewear that obviously feels really nice inside the house, but is smart enough and polished enough to wear outside as well. So onto the jogger portion, and as you can see, it's a slightly lighter tone of grey. It's more of a grey marl really. It's elastic around the waistband, and then you've got that drawstring there as well. Again, a bit like a harem pant, it's gathering into the ankle, which I feel is a bit more slimming and a bit more elongating for your legs, especially if you're wearing something a bit more dressed down like this. I really like this set. I think it's really me. It's very comfortable, very cozy, really cost effective as well. It came in at under £40. This is absolutely an everyday kind of outfit, certainly for me anyway. But I also think it's one that is super cozy, and I really like the quality of it as well. So my thinking behind this one was we're going on holiday in a couple of weeks' time to Cabo in Mexico. Very, very excited. Cannot wait to see some sunshine. But I needed a couple more just sort of throw-on dresses for around the pool, or you're going for breakfast. Those easy styles that are quite loose, you can just cinch it in with a belt. That was my thinking. It's a very oversized shape. I've had to really cinch that in at the waistband with the tie belt. But in actual fact, I think that's giving a really nice shape. With all the gathers around here, I've just shimmied some to the back and to the front, so they're not kind of sitting on my hips. brought that back over the top of the tie belt. It feels quite bohemian, I think that's what I'm trying to say. And lengthwise as well, just a good midi length. It's sitting sort of just below my calf. Oh, the other thing I'll mention is there are pockets. I really love when designers add any kind of pockets to a skirt or a dress. I think it's a nice touch and just adds another element to it. Probably going to be styling this with flip-flops around the pool, nothing too adventurous. You could jazz it up a little bit, add a sprinkle of gold jewelry, maybe a couple of layered necklaces. That would look quite nice. I really like the fit, I really like the shape. I think it's very much my kind of style. And as we get to spring and then summer, and fingers crossed it's really hot this year, I think this sort of thing will be really helpful to have in your wardrobe as just that perfect throw-on beachy kind of dress. Then I found these cargo pants in a dark shade of khaki. My thinking was they'll be really nice for now, maybe with some lovely cashmere jumpers, and then as we get through to summer I'll probably wear them a lot with flip-flops. That was the plan, however I don't like them. It's a shame actually, because I do like buying from the conscious section, but I just don't think they're very flattering, so these will be going back to the shops unfortunately. I think the fabric is just too, do you know what they remind me of? Jeggings. I hate jeggings with a passion. I think they're awful, and I think you have to be stick thin to make them work. That's what they remind me of. The fabric's too stretchy and it's too thin, so it feels like it's clinging in all the bits that I don't like and just showing off all my lumps and bumps, and I just don't feel very comfortable. That is often the key to having good style, I think, is just first and foremost go with what you're comfortable in and then think about the trends afterwards. All in all, not hugely successful on the cargo pants. Would love to hear your opinion, but I do think I found a beautiful selection of clothes from their new collection, so I'm still happy. I'm very chuffed with all of that. As always, it would be lovely to hear from you in the comments section. Which was your favourite piece that I chose? Or maybe you really love the cargo trousers and I've got it completely wrong. It's always really lovely to hear from you. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, I'd be really grateful if you could do so. And you could also find me over on Instagram at Fashion and Style Edit. I will be back in a couple of days with more fashion for you, so hopefully I shall see you then. Take care.